Okay, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new, hello for the first time, and I hope you enjoy this video. Be sure to check out all my other videos. The chair is creaking up a storm. Be sure to check out all my other videos on my channel, and I hope you subscribe if you like what you see. There's a lot more coming. This channel is like brand spanking new. Well, not really brand spanking new, but it started in November, and we have been uploading consistently for the month of April. If you are a current subscriber, welcome back, and we are going to be having a story time. So this story took place about my sophomore year. It was like the beginning of my sophomore year at Hampton University, and I had decided the year before that I was going to start dating. Like, I was like, you know what, I'm 19, I'm grown, I'm gonna start dating. And so I decided to get on like a bunch of dating apps. So on POF, like, I had a nice little profile. I really loved it. I think my name was like Teeny something. I don't know. It was so cute to me. But I was like, yes, this is some grown woman stuff right here. Okay, I'm on a dating app, 19. I can do what I want. So about 2 weeks after I made the account, I get a message from this man, and let's name him George. George is, you know, he's handsome. Like, I don't know if he's like super cute, because, you know, people be catfishing people these days, so you never know if people are actually cute or if they just take good pictures. So I was like, okay, well, he's cute, but I'm not gonna message him. You know, if he wants to talk to me, he'll message me, because he was a little older. On his profile it said he was 26, so I was like, I'm not gonna message him. So about 2 weeks after I made the account, he messages me. So he says, hey, my name is George. I'm 26. I'm just recently divorced, and I am looking for, you know, a friendship at first, and then if it grows into something more, cool. I don't have any kids. I do have a dog, and that's all he said. So I was like, oh, hey, George, you know, my name's Tanisha. It's really nice to quote unquote meet you. And so we started messaging back and forth. It was going pretty well, you know, we messaged, and then eventually nothing really happened. It was going great. So then about, I guess, let's say like 2 weeks of us like talking. We were talking on the phone, we were texting, and he was delivering food to me. Like, he would buy Chipotle and leave it at my dorm for me, and then I eat it. So good. But I thought it was great. I thought it was like, wow, this is a real man. He was bringing me food and stuff. And so I was like, this is great. So then he like messages me out of the blue, and he's like, yo, I have something to tell you, but I don't know how to tell you. And I was like, okay, what's up? And he was like, yeah, because I'm in the Navy, I'm about to deploy next week. I was like, okay, like, that's not a big deal. And he was like, yeah, you know, I just felt bad because I hadn't told you before. And he's like, and I don't want to keep any secrets from you. Okay. So I was like, all right, that's cool, fine. So then he deploys. And it was about, I want to say about not even, maybe 2 days this boy's been deployed. So we were emailing back and forth, because when you're deployed, you get email. I guess the job he had, he worked at a computer all day, so he had his email, access to his email all the time. So about 2 days after he deploys, I get an email from this lady, and let's just call her Jessica. Jessica says, hey, my name's Jessica. I know you've been talking to George, and I'm his wife. And so when I first read this part of the email, I'm like, oh, this is his ex-wife that he was telling me about before, that he married when he was too young. So I'm like, okay, what does she have to say to me? So then the next line says, George has been lying to you. George is 36 with 4 kids and one on the way because I'm pregnant. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, not only did he lie about how old he is, he's also 36. He's like double my, well, not double, but he's too old for me to be talking to. So I'm like, okay. And she's like, you are such a homewrecker. She's like, I don't understand how you could ever talk to a married man. Even on his profile, it says he was separated, which it didn't. It said he was divorced. And she's like, I don't understand how you would ever talk to a married man, and you're breaking up a home. You're taking food from my children because George is paying for all this stuff for you. And I'm like, what the heck? So I emailed her back. I was like, okay, I'm going to have to address her, because I didn't email her back the first time. And at this point, I didn't email George back either, because I'm like, what the heck am I going to do? So I'm like, okay, well, I'll email her back. So I said, hey, Jessica, this is Tanisha. Obviously, you know that because you emailing me. I was like, I'm not really sure why George lied to me or why George is on a dating site or whatever have you. I'm not sure. I was like, but any issues you have with George talking to me, you should probably address with George because he's your husband. I was like, I don't have anything to do with this. I didn't know you existed. Well, I knew you existed, but I didn't know that you were still in this picture. Nor did I know that George had 4.5 kids and that you guys are still living in the same house. I was like, I didn't know. I apologize. I'm sorry. But any other issues you have, you should take up with George because I don't want to be involved. So then she proceeds to email me back. Like, I emailed her maybe like 30 minutes later. She emails me and she's like, Tanisha, you are so dumb. I'm like, what? She's like, now I have your full name and I plan on adding your parents on Facebook since I've already found you, and I'm going to tell them what you've done. They'll be probably really excited to know that their daughter's out here home wrecking and you're using the money for college on this man. And I was like, what the heck is this woman talking about? So I'm like, shit. I'm like, now she's about to add my mom on Facebook. And I'm like, listen, I was like, if you choose to add my parents on Facebook, I was like, I really don't think they're going to believe you. However, I will be sure to let them know of this situation completely. And I'm like, I don't really know what you want from me at this point. George is deployed. I'm done emailing George. Only person emailing me is you. I'm not sure. And so at the time, my email had my phone number. So now she starts calling and texting me. She's like, you are such a bad person. You are ruining my kids' lives. George is planning on leaving me for you. And I'm like, George is leaving you because he wants to leave you? Because Tanisha's not going to have no parts of this. So I'm like, listen, I'm really sorry this is happening to you. I don't know what you want me to do, but I just really need you to stop contacting me. I need you to stop texting me. I need you to stop calling, emailing, none of that. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to George. And so then I don't really know what happened to George. Like, I feel like I stopped emailing him. Actually, I do know. He started emailing me again. He's like, I'm so sorry about Jessica. I don't know why she would do that. And I was like, why would you lie? First of all, you're 10 years older than you said. So at this time, I'm like 19. And so I'm like, you're 10 years older than what you said. So like 19 to 26 is already a little iffy. But now you're 10 plus 10 years. I'm like, oh boy, what do you mean? And yeah. So that's the story. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like a lot of that could have been avoided as if I Facebook stalked him, because afterwards I did, and I found on his Facebook page that he's married, found out who Jessica was, I found out all his beautiful kids. His kids are beautiful. I'm like, what the heck? Like, why do you need a 19-year-old if you're 36? It doesn't make no sense to me. But I feel like the lesson of this story is check and verify. If somebody's telling you they're 26, make sure you verify via Facebook, social media, Google. They have all those searches out now where you can search anybody's name and you can do background checks on these people, because people lie for no reason. So be sure, if you are on a dating site, to check people out. Don't just trust their word, because people will lie for no reason. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Be sure to check out the other videos on my channel, and there'll be a video every single day in the month of April. And I hope you guys enjoy and have a great rest of your day.